I'm very excited. I can't play yet, obviously, with my shoulder surgery being about 3 months out. But I'm excited, to watch our guys grow and just to let us hit somebody else for once. We've been kind of going hard in training camp. So
Has the progression been going well? Any setbacks or anything like that?
no setbacks. I would say I'm pretty much right on schedule. Obviously, the timing of how it happened is unfortunate, but you can't control that. All I'm trying to do is get healthy so I can get on the court as soon as possible.
And the roster will probably change pretty significantly before you actually step out of there. But compared to other Mad Ants teams you've seen, how does this group stack up right now?
I think we're really deep. We got 8, 9, 10 guys who can come out and produce right away. So it will be interesting to see how the roster ends up. In years past, I feel like it's been pretty clear, to me at least, who the final 10 will be. But this year, I feel like there's going to be some competition for sure.
What has made you keep coming back to this Pacers franchise? I mean, at this point, it's a pretty long relationship between you and the organization. And what have you enjoyed most about your time with them?
Just the people. If they weren't good people here, I definitely wouldn't be coming back. And I'm just very comfortable and familiar with the organization. So in my eyes, it's one of the top-notch organizations for sure.
So, what are you guys looking on to improve this year? I mean, you guys made the playoffs last year, but I'm sure you're working hard to try to go even further in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, for sure. With any team, the ultimate goal is to win the championship. But it's so early right now. We're really just concentrated on, doing the little things to improve day by day. Coach says we want to improve by 1% each day. So that's what we're concentrating on right now. But I think making the playoffs is definitely one of our ultimate goals for sure.
And I know obviously you said you can't play right now, but once you can get back on the hardwood, what are you looking forward to the most?
Just showing that I'm back healthy, and this injury didn't change the type of player I am, and ultimately, try to get to the NBA. That's why I'm here.
Perfect.
Thanks, man.
Thanks so much. Good luck this year.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do right now in training camp. Started from day one, had our exhibition game, saw a lot of different lineups, and it's going to be tough because we have a very deep team, and we have a lot of guys the same height, and we have some athleticism. So it's going to be tough, but I have this whole week, and we're going to have an inter squad tomorrow to see more different lineups and see which guys mesh well with each other.
Talk about, obviously, two-way contracts are due this year. How do you see that affecting, what's going to be the difference from a fan perspective?
It's going to be interesting. Everything's going to be based on what the Pacers need. So, obviously, like right now with Miles Turner being out with a concussion, Alex Poitras was with us for 2 days, and then he had to go back. So it's really going to depend on our varsity club, is how I call it. Edmund Sumner's obviously hurt. But getting him integrated with our offense and defense, and just getting to know some of his teammates is going to be huge. So it's just going to be a day by day, week by week basis with these two-way contracts. But when those guys are with us, they're going to play a lot.
Talk about Alex Poitras. He had a great rookie season. Is he different than last year?
I hope not. He was second team All-League. Expecting big things from AP. He had a great summer. He had a lot of time, in Indy, obviously, and then he's gotten a lot stronger too. I'm going to play him, at the 4 and 5 again this year. He had success last year. Obviously, the G League, a lot of teams play a little, smaller, but I expect big things from AP, and hopefully he's with us for a lot of games this year.
What about all the young guys, the rookies? I mean, do you have a habit of not being afraid to play those young guys right away? Should we expect that again this year?
Absolutely. We have a couple of young guys on our team right now. Ben Moore, who was an affiliate, he was in camp, great size, 6'8", 6'9". Has had a really good training camp with the Pacers, and having a good training camp here, and adding some of these other young guys. I mean, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and they're playing hard, then they're going to play minutes in the game.
So, Coach Gansey, about the rookie specifically, you guys added some key pieces in the draft. Obviously, adjusting to professional level after college is a tough adjustment, but talk a little bit about Trey Hollins, Tisdale Jr., and Weingarten's adjustments to the pro game so far.
Yeah, having Ben Moore and having Trey those guys, Trey led the nation in steals, I believe his junior year, and then I think he was second his senior year. Having a defensive point guard on the floor is going to help us, especially because that was something that we needed last year after we lost Julian Stone. And having Ben just be a workhorse and doing whatever it takes, on the offensive end, the defensive end, offensive rebounding and taking charges, doing those little things add up. But we'll see what these other guys bring in camp. It's going to be some tough cuts, but I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these young guys and then these veteran guys and seeing what they could do the rest of camp.
When you're going to make more cuts?
Yeah, we have to get down. So I think we're going to make at least 3 more cuts. So we're going to have our inner squad tomorrow, and keep looking at different lineups and keep seeing who's going to be with us and make those decisions.
What was it like to get to bring CJ and Walt back?
It was great. CJ and Walt were big pieces my first year. Even though we didn't have the success that we wanted to, Walt is probably the most athletic point guard in our league. He was in the dunk contest, his first year with us, and CJ, he's a proven scorer in our league, and he can rebound. He's going to be playing that 4 spot for us, and I expect a lot of big things from those 2 guys, and mixing in some players from last year too. So everyone knows each other. It's just a matter of getting and playing well together on the court at the same time.
Not the biggest size in the league. How do you guys make up for some of that lack of size?
Speed offensively. This team is built on playing fast and playing up tempo. We want to make quick decisions. We don't want to hold the ball. We have to continue to work on our spacing, but we do have some size with AP. He's strong, even though he's only about 6'8". He's a rim protector and he's a above the rim player. And then we have Adam Woodbury, who was with us last year, who played really well as a rookie, and expect some big things from him too.
How challenging do you expect these first few weeks in the schedule to be?
It's going to be tough. We do have a lot of home games, which is always a positive, but we don't have a lot of time with these guys. So we're going to make some mistakes, but we just can't make the same mistakes twice, and we just have to continue to improve and play as many times as we can in terms of 5-on-5 and get used to game-like situations.
You know what a playoff team looks like here in Fort Wayne. How does this roster stack up to teams that you've had?
It's probably the most athletic, probably the deepest team I've coached in my last 2 years. Last year we had a pretty good team. Went to the playoffs. I expect this team to go to the playoffs too. It was always tough because there's only 8 teams in the playoffs. Now there's going to be 12. But our goal is to make the playoffs, and when everyone gets healthy and guys are going to be with us, 2-way contracts, maybe some assignments, throughout the year. I expect big things from this group.
Those guys with NBA experience, the 2-way guys and the guys like Jared, what are their value in helping these other guys and kind of letting them know what that experience is like?
It's huge. It's huge having DeQuan Jones, who played, with the Magic, AP, Jared with the Mavs. These guys, the mental mistakes have to be limited. I don't accept it from them, and they got to be talking to our young guys, Ben Moore and Trey and a lot of our young guys. So they just have to be ready. Eliminate the mental mistakes and just be ready to go.
Still talking a lot about defense so far?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after this exhibition game, we gave up a lot of free throws, and we need to continue to defend without fouling. It's probably my fault because I haven't had a tight whistle in practice, but that's why I said when we have our inner squad tomorrow, we're getting some refs in here. But defense, it starts on the defensive end. We can't, transition defense, getting that ball and pushing it. That's what we need to do. That's something that we needed to work on last year, and that's one thing we got to do, this year also, especially with the new, crop of guys.
Let's talk a little bit about the other returning players that you have. Stephen Hicks, Trey McKinney Jones. I know Hicks played a lot in the G League Elite Camp this past summer. Trey McKinney Jones played with the Pacers in exhibition. So just talk a little bit about having those guys back as well.
Yeah, I'm super excited, to coach Trey again. It's different circumstance because he was, he's going through rehab right now. But to have Trey, around our guys and just be a complete pro is going to be huge, and really looking forward to his return and him being ready to go here, in about a month or so. But and then Stephen Hicks, he just keeps improving every year. We had him his rookie year, didn't play a lot, and then towards the end of the year he played. Then last year, he had a really great year and playing and starting in that starting lineup. I expect a lot of things from Steph. He's really improved his game. He's really worked on his ball handling in the off season, and he's got to continue to shoot the ball at a consistent basis. And I'm really looking forward to having Steph and Trey back this year to help with our team and with the young guys especially.
It's been a good camp. I mean, the nature of the G League is short training camps. So you got to pack everything you need to do for a 50-game season into about 9-10 days. So it's always challenging for the coaches to try to get everything they need in, and then for our front office to do the evaluation and those tight roster spot battles. But the guys have been bringing it every day, playing really hard. Finally got an off day yesterday, so hopefully today they're a little bit more well rested, and the guys who were left really got to bring it the rest of the way, because not all of them are going to make it to the final day.
Ask Steve this: you guys haven't been afraid to play rookies really heavily. I mean, do you see that being the same this season?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to have as many rookies as we did last year. I think at one point we had 7 or 8 out of 12 guys were rookies. This year we'll be probably closer to 3 or 4, which will be good for us. I mean, to have a little bit more veteran presence. But hey, we wanted to rebuild this thing in a way that fit our image. And Fort Wayne had always been a team that relied on veterans for a number of years. So we had to bring in some young blood so that we could have an opportunity for guys to be back multiple seasons. And I think we're reaping the benefit of those first 2 years of investing time into Walter Lemon and Steph Hicks and some of Adam Woodbury's and these guys that are back now for their second and third seasons with us.
What do you think of Ben Moore? I know when I was down at Pacers camp, he was a guy that they raved about. What do you see from him?
He's versatile. I mean, he defends. He can play probably 3 positions in our league. He can defend maybe 4 positions in our league. He rebounds. He just has an infectious way of playing. He moves the ball really well. He's a really talented passer for his size. He's just a guy that you look at on the floor, and he kind of spreads out his impact across the stat sheet, but his impact goes a lot farther than what the stats just say. So I think he's going to be a guy that the coaches are going to have a hard time not playing a lot, just because he's going to make those little winning plays that don't stand out in any particular category that you measure, but will equate in wins.